Hey, welcome to Nacogdoches here. I just thought I would talk a little bit on Texas Senate Bill 17 and the terrible effects it'll have on my fellow Texans. And I think it's going to be a terrible bill all the way around. Senate Bill 17 here in Texas is all about denying people services such as medical support, mental health, even being able to find a real estate agent. And it's going to allow people to deny people that access simply based on the fact of their sexual identification, all in the name of religious liberty. So basically, if somebody needs a doctor, guess what? If they live somewhere where all the doctors have a religious thing against gay people, automatically, boom, they cannot see a doctor. That's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. I don't believe most Texans believe this. I don't think most Texans think this is how it should work. Maybe I'm wrong. But I've lived here all my life, and I have never met a person that thought that was okay. Now, I know a lot of people that may not support the LGBTQ community, and that's their prerogative, I suppose. But at the end of the day, discrimination is not something that most Texans I know support. This is something that's going to be terrible for people if it passes. And our lieutenant governor here in Texas, not to mention, he's kind of a scummy person to begin with, says this is a bill that must pass. That is a requirement, that we just have to get it passed. And for what? To discriminate against a group of people just because you don't like them? Really? We've done this before in this country, where we passed laws and stuff just because we didn't like a certain group of people. We didn't like the way they looked. But that's where we stand today in the great state of Texas. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to be a Texan. I love my state, but I hate my government. I cannot stand how they try to repeatedly hurt people. First, they had the bathroom bill they tried to pass. When they realized how much money the state would lose, they dropped it. And now they're focusing on another way to harm the LGBTQ community. And it's really sad that that's where we stand this day and age. It's not like 1950. This is 2019. It's about time we move past biases and just, disrespect of other people. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 in September, and I've never seen such hatred in this state in my 39 years of life, except that directed towards gay people and LGBT people in general. You've got people in the state that just don't care about other people. They only care about themselves and how they feel. But how are you going to feel when somebody who happens to be part of the LGBTQ community lives in an area where all the psychologists or whatever, the mental health professionals, say that they have a religious thing against gay people, therefore they can't seek mental help, and they end up committing suicide because they could not get help? Where are you going to stand then? Or when a child identifies as the opposite gender that they were assigned at birth, and they need mental health help, or any of these individuals from the LGBTQ community need, say, housing. Are you going to sit there and deny them that too? That's kind of sad. I understand that people want to have their religious beliefs and everything, and you're free to your religious beliefs. But it shouldn't bleed over into the rest of the time. There are people out there that can't get the things they need. Like, even those that have the money for health care can't go see the doctor because they're not going to be able to see a doctor because of this. Even if they have the money, they're going to be denied service all across the state. In many areas, especially smaller areas, small towns, rural areas. I would hope the people from back home where I'm from, which is Maybank, I hope the doctors there in that area aren't that way. And I hope here in Nacogdoches, there won't be any like that either. But unfortunately, there will be. And it's going to leave some people out in the cold. People that need mental health help. People that need medical help. The only way that you can get around it with the medical part is if it's a life-threatening situation where you are going to possibly die immediately if you don't get help in an emergency room. But you're not going to be able to prevent yourself from getting to that point in some cases. But obviously, that's what the state of Texas wants to do. The state of Texas thinks that Senate Bill 17 is their path to religious freedom, and they don't care if other people need the help. They don't care what they're doing to other people, who they're harming. All for the sake of their religious liberty. And I really don't understand. How in the world do you think this is okay? And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, you are scum. You are one of the worst human beings I've ever come across in my life. I've been paying attention to you ever since you won that spot. And the things you've been pushing are downright criminal. And I hope somebody will remove you from that office at some point. But it seems like the only way I'm going to be free of you is to move to another state. And I'm already looking at trying to do that anyway. Anyhow, it's been the Big Ranch Show. I've been your host, Jacob Cag. Unfortunately, not too many people showed up to this live stream. But anyhow, I just thought I'd bring this information to you from Senate Bill 17 here in Texas, and tell you about how terrible it's going to be for those that are going to be affected by it, and how wrong it is. How you can sit there and claim, religious freedom when all you're supposed to be doing is treating somebody. It shouldn't matter if they're homosexual or not. It shouldn't matter who they are. It shouldn't matter anything. It shouldn't matter their skin color, their race, their religion. None of that should matter. The only thing that should matter is that they need help. And if somebody needs medical help, you shouldn't be able to deny them that. But anyhow, as it starts to rain here in Nacogdoches, I'm going to sign off here, and y'all have a great day, and I'll see you down the road.